Hello students, welcome back to my channel. We are learning the chapter Structured Query Language, and in today's topic we will be learning everything about views. So before we get on to the practical part of it, let us first see the theory part where we will learn what exactly is views in database. So what is a view? A view is a virtual table based on the result set of an SQL statement. Now we all know what is an SQL statement. SQL statement can be any statement where we are retrieving a particular set of data from our existing table. So I have an existing table. I will apply a query in order to retrieve certain output. Now, this here we are talking about a view. We are calling it as a virtual table, okay, which we will be creating based on a particular SQL statement. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? So here understand already existing table I'm having. For example, if I'm having employee, I will have employee number, I will have employee name and employee address. I can create a view by either taking any two of the column. I can either take all the columns. It is totally dependent on me. Either I can create a view from a single table. I can create view from multiple tables. I may be taking one column from this table, one column from another table, and one column, probably one more third table. I can join them and create a separate view which will represent all these three tables, and I require only those particular column. I'll be seeing only them. That is nothing but your view. So here we are putting across a certain query saying that I need only this particular column from this table and this particular column from another table. So when I'm putting a query, the result will be a virtual table, which is nothing but our view. These views are also sometimes called as a stored query. That is, reason being, just now whatever I explained, it is a query what we are applying on an existing table, and that's the output, the result of that query is nothing but our views. Okay, the view contains rows and columns just like a real table. The fields in the view are fields from one or more real tables. Okay, in the database, views are created using create view statement. So this is a statement where we will which we will apply in order to create a view. So the command for that is we will say create view. Then you can give the view name, that will be user defined name. You can give any view name, and then I will say as is the keyword once again. Then I will say select. Then I will give the column names. Okay, column names, column name 1, similarly column name 2, column name 3, etc. Whichever I want. From which table? The table name. I will put the table name. Okay, this is by doing this, I will be creating a view. If you want further, you can continue and you can put a condition also. You can say where age is greater than 30. Such condition can also be applied even in the view. So as you can see, it is nothing but a query here. All this query we are applying in and creating a view, which the result of this query will be applied on this view, and that will be shown in the form of a table, which is nothing but a virtual table. Okay, so views can be created for a single table, multiple tables, or another view also we can create one more view. So this is how we will be creating the view. So as you can see, this is the basic syntax here. So this I already explained you. So I will have create view and then view name, which is user defined. Then I will use the keyword as, select the columns, whichever I want to create from. Then I will have a table name. If required, we can also put a where condition. Okay, so you can include multiple tables in your select statement in very simple way as you use them in normal SQL select query. So we will create one query using the two tables. We'll try to create a view and we will see how it works. Okay, so why are we creating these views? What is the advantage of these views? First thing is, as you can see, if at all I'm trying to see, suppose I want to access the data from two tables. All right. So in that case, what happens? I have to do a nested query where I have to put the conditions saying these columns are required, these many conditions, and after that, whatever the resultant I will get. Instead, you can directly create a view that will give us a table-like structure. With the help of that, I can directly see the result. That is one view. Another thing is you can restrict. In view itself, we have two types. First thing is updatable view. Okay, this is your updatable view. And another one is read only view. Now, what is the meaning of this? These are the two types of view we can create. Now, if I are directly creating a view, that will be by default updatable view, which means suppose this is my original table. Okay, this is my original table. I have created a view from this. Then whatever updation, suppose I'm doing, usually whatever updation you are doing to the table, that is nothing but your base table from which we have created the view. This is called as a base table. If I'm updating this, automatically the view gets updated. Similarly, if I'm doing any updation to the view, in case of an updatable view, even your base table gets updated. This is called as a updatable view. Now, one can restrict that. If we do not want view, we want view only to see the table. In such situations, what you can do is you can create a read-only view. With the help of this, what we are doing is we are restricting this part of the exercise. That is, I can update the table that can be viewed in the view, but I am unable to update the view. Hence, I'm not going to update the table. This is another way of doing it. Okay, now what exactly we are trying to do here? By doing this, we can give access. For example, if he is a user who is not allowed to update the table, but yet he wants to see the content of the table, then you can always use the view with the help of which he can access only limited columns from the table. All the data is not given to him. All right. For example, if I'm to say, if you have a bank account, the kind of access what a bank employee will have is not same as a user or a account holder, isn't it? Account holder, you will be able to view all the data, but at the same time, probably you can see how many number of accounts are there in their bank, but you will not be given the data about who are the account holders, who are the what is the balance in their account, etc. Only your data you can view, isn't it? That is a restriction, wherein which a bank employee will be able to view all the data, all the bank accounts present in that particular bank, what is the balance, and everything will be available to the bank employee, but you cannot view others' data. So there is a restriction. You will be able to view only your bank account details. Now, this kind of a restriction, if you want to put on the data, then view is the best. That is where you will be given only your account details, but you will be restricted from updating or accessing others' data. All right. So these are the basic advantages of views. Now let us go ahead and see how can we create views. Now in the previous sessions, we had created few tables. Let us go ahead and create a view using them. First, I will show you how to create a view using a single table. So let us take this particular table. That is, let us see the table first. Select start from. This is the table we had created in the last session. Okay, we have another table. This is another table we have. First, let us use the person table and try to create a view. Now, suppose I want to create a view where I have only person ID, name, and city. So I will create a view using this command, that is create view. For example, I will say person view. Person view as select name, person ID, name, city, from it is saying view created. Let us view the view. As you can see, exactly whatever data is there available in the person is also available here, and it is picked only those columns whichever we have mentioned while creating the view. All right. Now, as I told you, this is an updatable view, as in whatever update I'm doing to the base table will be updated in the view. Whatever updation I'm doing into the base view will also be updated in the base table. Now, don't forget about the primary key. Now, here primary key is person ID. Hence, that also has to be available in your view. Then only you can update. Otherwise, it will give you an error saying primary key is not updated. It's some kind of a constraint violation it will give you for obvious reasons because you're trying to update the base table wherein which you have a primary key and primary key cannot be null as well as primary key cannot be similar. That already existing cannot be entered, re-entered again. Now let us try and enter a value into the person table and let us see whether it is going to be updated in the view. Okay, so I will use the insert command, insert into person values 110. Be careful with the quotes. Now, this entire different kinds of insert commands we have learned in the previous sessions. If you have not gone through that, I request you to kindly go through that. Then we will enter the cell. Okay, one row created. Now let us just see how does our table look like. Okay, as you can see, the last row has been added. Now let us quickly see whether it has been updated in our view as well. As you can see, without any efforts, it is updated. Okay, now instead of inserting again and again, let me just try and delete this particular row and see whether it is going to get updated in the person table. Now, remember, I'm deleting the row from the view and we are checking whether it is going to be deleted in the person as well. Okay, it is saying one row deleted. Let us quickly see the view. Now view is, yes, it is deleted. Now let us see if it is updated in the person. Yes, as you can see, whether you are doing updation into the base table or whether whatever updation you are doing into the base table is going to be reflected in your view as well as any updation you're doing in your view is going to be updated in your base table if it is an updatable view. Remember this point, it has to be an updatable view. If at all you do not want this to happen, then while creating the table itself, you will say that it has to be read only. Now, how to do that? Now let us quickly create another view, which is read only. All right. So now let us create. So create view. We'll say person arrow, which is nothing but read only. Let me put it in small words. So read only as select. I'm going to keep all of them same, all the columns same. Select. So person ID, name, city from person. Now, here you are going to write read only. Sorry, not from read only, we will be writing here with read only. We will write table name with read only. Okay. So view has been created. Let us quickly view the view person RO. Okay, we are getting the same thing. Now let me just try to delete the data here. As you can see, as you have seen in the previous view, we were able to delete it. Now let us see whether I will be able to delete it if it is a read only. Okay, so I will try to delete 105 person ID with 101. The person view name is person underscore arrow. Okay, so delete from person arrow where person ID is equal to 105. The simple command which we used previously, same thing I'm using. Let us see if it is going to get deleted or not. Okay, now it is giving an error saying cannot delete from view without exactly one key preserved table. Now, what does that mean? So here basically try to understand this is a read-only view and we are unable to, it will not allow us to update the table. Base table cannot be updated through the view. So view is only read-only here. All right. This is about your views creating from a single table. So we have seen how to create a view from a single table, how to create an updatable table, how to update the base table, how to update table using the view, and also how to create a read-only table. Now let us try and create the table, a view with the help of two tables. Okay. So select, let us first view, select star from person. Okay, this is first table. Next one is select star from orders. This is my second table. Now I'm going to create a view where I will have the columns of both of these tables. So same command, I will say create view. I will, okay, person underscore order. Where, sorry, not where, as select. Now here we are going to use aliasing, just like how we have used in any other commands where we are using more than two table. I will be using aliasing here. I will use P for person table and O for orders table. So I will say P dot name, comma, P dot city, comma, O dot order ID. Okay. And that's all I will take from person. Aliasing is P, orders, aliasing is O. View has been created. Now let us view the view. Select person underscore order. Select star. From select star from person. Okay. As you can see here, what has happened is cross product has happened. The reason behind in orders ID, we have only two values, wherein which in our person, we have five values. Now, what exactly has happened here? The first value has been multiplied with all the first values, first five values. So as you can see here, up till Gita, you have order ID is 100. Next, same names, same content has been repeated, and here we have 103. All right, so this is how it is going to show it in your views as in all the combinations. So we have already learned what is a Cartesian product is. So Cartesian product is going to happen here so that you can easily view how the data is looking in a particular view. So whenever you are having more than one table, this is how the views is going to be created. All right. So here also you can have an updatable view. Here also you can have an read-only view that is left you. So if you want a read-only view, you are supposed to do it while you are creating the view itself. All right. I hope this views part of the database is clear to you. So that's all in today's session, students. Thank you for watching. Keep learning.